minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another live match preview. This time we're back in the Champions League and traveling to Germany to take on RB Leipzig, also known as Liverpool B team. Scouting mission if you're myself or Jamrock. Drift, how you doing this afternoon, bro?
Not too bad. Not too bad. The pressure is up.
Give him his money. Give him his money.
Bro.
So we're screaming today, isn't it? Virgil van Dijk, get his contract signed.
Bro, I think it's a crime if he's only going to keep the same money.
Yeah, it is. Even as a goodwill gesture, the club should be offering him more money. But hey, what can you do? Business is business apparently at Anfield. But we have immediate business to be dealing with, and that is tomorrow night we'll be going to Germany to take on RB Leipzig, who currently sit joint top of the Bundesliga table alongside Bayern Munich, sitting on 17 points currently. The difference between the two teams is that Bayern Munich have scored 24 goals and conceded 7. RB Leipzig have scored 11 and only conceded 2. Both have won 5 games and drawn 2. But the goal difference is obviously in Bayern's favour. But the defensive setup at RB Leipzig seems to be coming to fruition this season so far for the German team. However, in the Champions League, it pales in comparison. They've lost both of their opening games. They lost it to Juventus and Atletico Madrid. So 2 very tough opening games, but they have lost both. So they're sitting on 2 losses, 0 points, as opposed to Liverpool, who are sitting on 6 points with 2 wins over 2 Italian clubs, AC Milan and Bologna. Drift, after hearing those stats and going into this game, obviously it's not going to be an easy game, and we'll speak about some of the threats that they carry, etc. How would you approach this game, given we've just played Chelsea, which was a tough game after an international break? We've got a slight cushion in the Champions League. We've got Arsenal at the weekend. We've got a few players with a couple of knocks and a few players out injured. How do you approach this game, bro?
People might think I'm being disrespectful when I say this, but I'd approach this game like a free hit.
Okay.
I don't think there's any pressure on in this game. I think you have to prioritize what you're doing. And the Arsenal game is much more important than this game because of the cushion that we built up, as you said. I've looked at people talking about the new format, and nobody really knows for sure because we've never done it before. But people are thinking 4 wins puts you through guaranteed in this new format where there's 8 games, and obviously it's more of a league thing rather than a group situation. And we're halfway there already, with only a quarter of the games played. I know you can't ever be complacent in football, but we've got a couple of easy ties. And I think if you're being honest with yourself, you'd be hard pressed to think Liverpool can go 3-3-3 in 1 week with this level of opposition. I'm not doubting us. We're capable. But it's very highly unlikely you're going to play Chelsea, Arsenal, Leipzig and get 3 points and get 9 points.
Yeah.
Unless you're just playing out of your skin. So I would probably rest a few people for this game. And if we get the win, great, because I want the win. But I definitely think that this game, especially with it being one of the away games, you get the 4 games at home, you get the 4 games away. I know our home games are difficult games because it's Leverkusen and Real Madrid. So it's not easy to win that. But I would risk dropping points in this game to rest and rotate a few people to have everybody more ready for that Arsenal game. That Arsenal game is the most important game of the season.
Why would you say it's the most important game?
Because I truly believe we beat Arsenal at Emirates and we actually... I'm not going to go as far as to say 50%, but we kind of knocked them out of the title race a little bit. They'll go 7 points behind us and they have to come to Anfield. So considering them and City are the 2 people that we're coming up against, a 7-point lead after 8 games is quite significant.
Yeah, very hard to claw back.
Do you get what? Especially that they've then got to come to Anfield for the return leg as well. A 7-point gap is very significant if we can get that win. Very significant. If we were 7 points behind Arsenal, I'd say the title's over.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Even after 9 games, 7 points, I'd be like, how are we going to claw this one back? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so we need to build that 7-point buffer that we could get if we get this win. For me, that's way more important than a Champions League game where, remember, top 8 gets you through and then top 20, whatever, puts you. So at the very worst, it'll be like, oh, we've got a playoff. Yeah, you don't want to play 2 extra games, but that's the very worst scenario that could happen. Do you get what I mean? In this scenario, we ain't in the bottom 8 in the Champions League. Come on, let's keep it a buck. I'm not even trying to be like ignorant or whatever.
Yeah,
we're not finishing there. So we're still going to be in the knockout phase of the next round. So I think it's way more important to get that win against Arsenal. So if we go 3-3-3 in this week, we're even better than I thought we were. But I think it's very, very difficult. That level of opposition, especially 2 of them are away from home as well, to get 9 points in 1 week. So I think this is the game where we should more risk dropping points, more so than the Arsenal game.
I hear exactly what you're saying. Don't disagree with it. Just to play the other side of the coin, though, could you not argue that trying to win this game and trying to win as many Champions League games as early as possible means that you can rotate as the season progresses? And then when you're getting into a busy period,
then I see that logic.
You could
get all the wins out the way, and then. But here's the thing, though. I think the way the season's going so far, all these fucking international breaks and all these things that are happening, I think we have to really navigate. And when we get there, and we'll figure out that part when we get there. For me personally, I think it'll be easier for us to navigate right now what we're doing with the situation rather than wait until an unknown variable that could come up at whatever point during a later stage. Because remember, that if I'm not mistaken, the Champions League goes up to January now. It doesn't finish in December. You're still playing league games in January. Bro, between now and then, so much could happen. We have no idea what. Do you get what I mean? I'd rather navigate what we've got in front of us right now and then hope that situation is easier to navigate then, rather so than the other way around.
From a Leipzig perspective, Openda has been their top goal scorer so far this season, having another good season, very good player. You've also got Sesko, who's a very, very good player. Xavi Simons, who we all know about from Netherlands, especially yourself covering their games in the Euros drift. Lukeba, again, another centre-back who's been linked with Liverpool, and also a lot of the fan base really like Lukeba, as do I. They've got very good players. And look, I joked at the beginning saying Liverpool B, but you look at the relationship we built with the 2 clubs, and even RB Salzburg as well. You think of Minamino, you think of Konate, Keita, Szoboszlai. Like, there is a good relationship with 2 clubs. What player would you be sort of looking at trying to gauge and scout in this game? Because for me, there's 2 players.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't want no more Leipzig players until further notice.
Bro, you're on that Jamrock wave.
Bro.
Big up ends, man.
You know what? At this very moment, it's like, no, we're probably even down, because I was going to say, like, we've been at the craps table or the blackjack table or whatever table we've been at, and we've lost.
Right,
made
look,
money
as soon as I said it, look, you and Jamrock are on the same page with this one, boy.
Yeah, Kanate is the only win we've had at the blackjack table so far. Yeah, we're down, but we're not down. Walk away now, innit? Walk away. Stop playing. Walk away now. Stop playing. You don't have to explain to the wife why you can't pay the mortgage this month. Walk away now. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. Was it 1 in 4? I think it is at the moment. We've
No,
even had.
you thought Minamino was a success. So it's 2 out of 4.
No, but that was Salzburg.
Yeah. That's why I said that the RB group.
Oh, the RB group.
Hey, Schlatt's just sleeping first. Gavardio, he came from RB Leipzig.
I know, but we're talking about weird.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
To counter that, Timo Werner came from RB Leipzig as well. So yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
It's a sticky one.
Yeah, bro. Walk away from the blackjack table. Walk away, man. Walk away. Like, I don't want no more until further notice. I don't want any more RB Leipzig players.
No, I hear it. And again, even you look at players like Seawald and Gertruda, playing that I really wanted us to look at in the summer as well. They've got a really good set of players, and I'm not surprised that they're sitting where they are in the league. Now, granted, Leverkusen are only 3 points behind them, but it could very well be a very exciting race in Germany because those 3 clubs are going to push each other. Even though I think Bayern will be the team that eventually gets over the line, should be an entertaining season over there. But we speak about ourselves and rotating. RB Leipzig, I mean, their matches, who they have after us is... Let me just find it. So they've got Freiburg after us. So you'd arguably say it's an easy... Well, not arguably. It's an easier game than Arsenal, plus they're at home. But Freiburg are no pushovers either. Marmouche, who we've been linked with, Omar Marmouche, is playing for... Freiburg and is having a hell of a season as well. So
yeah, we're heavily linked with Marmouche at the moment, isn't it?
And the fact that RB Salzburg haven't won a game yet, they'll be looking at this saying this is almost a must win, which could play in our hands because they could really come out the blocks firing and be very gung-ho in their approach, which would leave space in behind. So I'm interested to see how we navigate. Before we do the squad prediction and starting 11 prediction, just some team news. There's no Bradley. He's a couple of weeks out with injury apparently. Jota obviously with the situation at weekend. Ali still out, Elliot still out, and also it seems like it's Chiesa. You're right, guys in the chat. It's Frankfurt who Mamouche plays for. My bad. I'm just categorizing all these German teams the same. My bad. Apologies.
To be fair, Frankfurt and Freiburg are very
similar. They're similar, but even still, apologies to be given out. Chiesa again still not available, which is, you'd arguably say we need him right now. This is a period where we really need him, but not going to dwell on that. Going to see what we can make of it. So, Drift, without any further ado, I've taken the liberty of putting a few players in the starting 11 already. So I've put Kelleher in goal, Darwin up top, and Salah on the right wing. Should I just go ahead and put Trent at right back, or do you think Gomez has a chance of starting considering his
I'd play Gomez.
You'd play Gomez, yeah? I'm good with that.
Come on, people. Freiburg and Frankfurt definitely sound the same in your mind when you're
someone saying I'm a German club racist.
No, like people saying they don't really sound similar. Of course they do. Come on, guys.
Yeah, they do. I made a mistake, guys. I hold my hands up. That's on me. I made a mistake.
You know what's crazy as well, Cal? Why I'm even more thinking that this fixture can be not wasted or whatever, but you can be a little less, bro. In January, which is the final 2 league games in the Champions League, we have Lille at home and we have PSV away. If we can't get the 6 points out of that we need, if for some reason we still need points at that point of the thing, then we got a problem with trying to win this tournament anyway. Do you get what I mean? Like PSV and Lille should be almost guaranteed 6 points, right? Especially that Lille's at home, who is the harder team of the 2. Like, yeah, we can definitely risk dropping some points in this one. We can. There's, you know what I mean? There's no way we shouldn't be thinking about resting a few for this one.
Lille did beat Real Madrid, as Mohammed just said.
No, I hear that, but we're at home for that one, though, which would give me the confidence to know that if we do really need, you know what I mean, then again, I'm not saying any team is a pushover. I'm just saying this is one of the games I think you can take a hit on more so than risking things for the Arsenal game. Plus, it'd be interesting tonight to see whether Arsenal go full pelt in their game as well, because they get an extra day's rest.
Yeah,
people have got to remember that as well. When we're playing them, they've got an extra day rest because we play Wednesday and they don't have to travel. So we've got to think about that as well. We have to play this one smart.
Yeah, I agree. So Gomez at right back. Are you keeping the same centre back partnership, or are you inserting a certain Jarrell Kwanzaa into the starting lineup?
Yeah, I think we should give Kwanzaa a chance to play. I mean, he's got to play at some point. I get the partnership's been partnershiping, but we got to give him airtime at some point. He don't even get substitute appearances like the others, which I think is a little bit risky from Slot, if I'm being honest, that he's not really giving him any game time to like keep up to speed in case he has to play. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah. So are you playing Kwanzaa ahead of Konate or Virgil? I'd
play him ahead of Konate.
Cool. So that means that Virgil stays in the team. Yeah. Who are you playing left back?
I'd be hoping that we could bring Virgil off after like an hour as well. I don't want Virgil to play the whole game.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you got to bring Trent on for the last 20 minutes and put Gomez at centre back or something like that, I don't want Virgil to play the whole 90.
Who you going left back, Simi or Robbo, bro?
Is Simi better now? Is he over the illness that he had? Because
apparently so, yeah. He was on the bench.
If he's over his illness, then I'd play Simicast, yeah.
Okay. By the way, Drift, I completely agree with you, and I would do the exact same here for this starting back five. But obviously, I've got to ask the question just to balance it out. Is that not too many changes in the back line? That's considering you got 3 changes. Kelleher is not even a guaranteed start when Alisson's there. Is that too many changes in your opinion? Is that too much rotation?
It is, yeah. But I'm willing to risk it.
Basically said, "Did you steal the cookies out of the jar?" Yes, it was me. It was me.
Yes. But I was hungry and I don't regret it at all. Do what you will.
Oh man.
We all risked a beating when we was younger from our parents to eat something we shouldn't have eaten or whatever.
For real.
So it is what it is, bro.
All right, moving into midfield then. It was Jones and Gravenberch that started the game in the pivot.
Yep.
What are you saying?
I'm going Jones and Endo.
Okay.
Let Jones continue to have some momentum in the game, and I think German football is a good way for Endo to get some game time. He's used to German football, the pace of the game and stuff that they play at. Needs to get some game time in his legs as well. Yeah, man, I'd play Endo.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going I'm going Grav and Jones again.
Okay. Because I think everybody can see the theme of where my head is at today.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I'm going Jones.
I want the big boy ready for Arsenal, man. Nothing's more important right now than Arsenal.
I think we're sleeping on Leipzig if we go with Endo and Jones in the middle.
Oh no. Just willing to risk the defeat. That's it. Just willing to risk the defeat.
Who are you going for in the 10?
In the 10, see, we haven't had any news on Chiesa, right?
No, he's definitely out of this game.
Is he definitely out? Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely out.
See, I was hoping that Chiesa was going to be available for this one. So you're gonna think I'm being a bit mad with this one, especially after the conversation that we had yesterday.
So I know where you're going with this now.
Yeah, I'd play Cody in the 10.
Oh, I didn't expect you to do that.
What did you think? What did you think I was going to do?
I thought you were going to say Salah in the 10.
Oh, no. I'm going Cody in the 10 and Diaz left.
Okay, I would go Szoboszlai still. I'd keep the same midfield that started against Chelsea.
Yeah, I understand why.
You got Gap, bro. Gakpo's been cooking on the left though, Drift.
No, I know, but I was just thinking of getting him in the team still because I want us to have some goal threats if we're going to play the weak in defence. So that's the method to my madness. The method to my madness is I've gone with the weaker midfield and the weaker defence to rest some of our key players, but to counteract and still have the threat of being able to win the game, go with almost our full strength attack, and hopefully we just get the goals that can win us the game. I think that attack absolutely cooks the shit out of Leipzig. From a personal point of view.
Did they get the ball enough from the midfield though to do that?
Yeah. Because I think Cody, Diaz, and Salah will drop in enough to be able to get the ball. I think the way RB Leipzig play, I think Nunes could get some joy. There'll be space, I think, for Nunes to be able to play. It won't be like low block like it'll be in the Premier League. I think there'll be some space, and I just like the idea of that front line just cooking. You know what I mean? And counteracting the fact that we have a weakened defense. And here's the crazy thing. I know people are going to think I'm being mad because it looks stupid. But Gomez, Kwanzaa, and Tsimikas are good players. They might be cold. They haven't played together this season. So I get that. But they're not bad players. They're good players. Don't worry too much about it. Maybe it might be a bit disorganized for the first half an hour, which could be dangerous. But don't worry about it. They're good players. You haven't seen them play this season very much. So you're a little worried about it. I get it. I feel your trepidation. Don't worry, man. They're good players. They are good players. Do you know what I mean? Kwanzaa ended the season as the first choice. Don't worry. This back line will be all right, man. They got to play at some point. We have to let the squad. Do you know what I mean? So I know this isn't anywhere near what will happen, but I would go with that personally.
Fair dues. I'd make some changes from that. I understand your method. The reason I'm going Gravenberch in this game as well, because Xavi Simons as well. I think Gravenberch will know his game and know how to deal with him better than what Endo and Jones will, in my opinion. Xavi Simons is a very good player. Very good. When he's on it as well, he's bloody difficult to deal with.
The thing is, with Mac having a well-deserved but slightly a slight rest with missing one of the international games and then obviously only coming off the bench rather than playing the full 90 for us, he's had a little bit of a rest. Gravenberch hasn't. He's played all of the international games and all of the Liverpool games. I think you've got to try and find at some point a game to rest Gravenberch, and for me, this will be the one.
That's fair.
Have him on the bench, maybe in case you do need him to come on or whatever. And I think Szoboszlai just needs to be taken out of the firing line, Cal. I get why you're saying play him.
It's just there's no one else. There's no one else to play there.
Well, that's why I'd play Cody. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Saying that, if I actually... No, do you know what? I'd go Grav, Jones, and Mac in the 10.
Or, if you want, because I still think that's our best midfield. So I still think you're playing the players that need to be rested.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that Gravenberch hasn't had a rest and Mac has, even if you play Mac with Endo then in the pivot and let Jones be in the 10, I still want Gravenberch to be the one who gets some rest for this game. So even if we bring Mac in to keep the midfield stronger, you know what I mean, then play Jones. But I think even if you want to play Jones in the pivot still, and then you play Mac in the 10, as you said, or vice versa. But Endo still replaces Gravenberch for me. Whichever way we want to spin this midfield, I still think. And you know what? I think Endo's getting a real raw deal here. The short end of the stick. I think he's got to be given more game time than he has been given. The boy didn't do nothing wrong for us last season. And I know he ain't suited to this system the way he was with the Klopp. But when he's played, he ain't been bad, bro. I know there's this narrative running around he can't play with his back to goal and he's not press resistant, which I get because I'm not even going to act like he is.
They're not narratives, they're facts, bro.
No, but bro, when he has played, he's been all right, man. I don't remember us being annoyed with Endo at any point.
Good when he's facing the play because he can play like line breaking passes.
Good game against West Ham. Really good cameo when he came off the bench the few times he's come on. Like, he ain't done nothing wrong, bro. He's got to get game time at some point.
This won't be the game for me.
And a
It's
German team in Germany, in the league he's used to, a team he's used to playing against, ain't that the best time to do it?
I don't know. I'm going the defense. I'd probably still stick with Konate as well. I'd go Gomez at right back, and I'd go Konate and Virgil, and then Tsimikas left back. I'd go
You wanna go
Jones,
full
Gravenberch,
strength,
and Mac in a 10, and I'd go Salah. I'd probably go Salah, Diaz, and Nunes.
Look, like for example, Taylor saying Endo ain't getting no big games, but guys, I don't think this is a big game. With all due respect to Leipzig, I know they're a good team. I think you have to look at things in context. Say, for example, we spun this around, right? And we absolutely needed the 3 points for this game because, like, we might go out. Like, we hadn't even won a game yet, and we absolutely needed this 3 points. But Arsenal were the Arsenal that Arteta first took over from.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm spinning this the other way round. I'm thinking you might play Endo against Arsenal. You bring Joey in against Arsenal. Them man are shit. Play the full strength team and get this win today against Leipzig. I'd have that under. But I think the Arsenal game is so important. You got to spin it the other way around, and you got to rest a few. And I definitely think that Konate and Gravenberch, definitely those two should get a rest for this game. Definitely.
That's fair.
Remember, Ibra played all the international games as well. Like, yeah, bro, I would rest those two.
I hear your logic. It's not crazy logic. I hear it. All right, people, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and help the supers before we do our match prediction. Taylor says, big up Cal Drift and the chat. Big up yourself, Taylor. Hope you're well. Saswa, shout out to Saswa. Ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Guys, we have not started our bad run, and already Mac and Trent are doubts. They're not anymore, bro. They trained today. Bradley is out. That is true. Chiesa has gone AWOL. Not AWOL. We just don't know what's going on. Really worried. I'm not worried yet. I understand because of PTSD how like injuries do seem to hit us in bunches, but I'm not worried yet. But Trent and Mac have trained and they're available. Ayula says this would be a good opportunity to try a new formation. Maybe a 3 at the back, 3-4-3 maybe. I would go relatively strong for this game. I think they've got
I hear where people are coming from. And again, I'm talking about context as well, people. I'm not saying it's not a big game because the team are rubbish. I'm saying it's not a big game in the context of how the season's gone so far. We're doing well in the Champions League so far. And you have to take each game as it comes.
Yeah.
I've just got my eyes on the Arsenal game. That's all it is. I'm just fully locked in and loaded on that Arsenal game. That Arsenal game means everything right now. Like I said, we put them at a massive disadvantage if we win. And with them being under strength, this is the game. You strike while the iron's hot. If I'm not mistaken, Cal, I remember the year we won the league, we went into that game against Man City with a 7-point lead. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then we beat them. And then once we beat them, they knew the league was over. And that was right near the beginning of the season. If I'm not mistaken, it was about 10 games in when we played City at home that time when Fabinho scored the screamer and we won the game 2-0. Was it 2-0 or
3-1?
3-1. And it feels a little bit similar to that now. But obviously, maybe we're not as good as we were back then. But it feels a little bit similar. You go 7 points ahead of Arsenal right now. And that dent is massive.
Yeah.
Especially that they have to come to Anfield. Massive dent in their title credentials. Massive.
No,
you don't knock them out of the way. There's a long way to go. But can you imagine if we get a 7-point lead over Arsenal already?
Yeah.
With a win at the Emirates. I've just got my eyes on that. So maybe I am being a bit naive to take my eye off the ball in the Champions League. I know Leverkusen and Real Madrid are the next 2 games, and we could easily lose points in those games, and then all of a sudden it don't look as rosy. But like I said, we get Lille, PSV, and Girona after that. And if we can't win those games, then why are we even trying to win the Champions League? So
yeah, I hear you. I hear it. Right, so I'm going to push you now for a score prediction, bro. What are you saying?
I'm going to just go with a nice calm 1-1 away draw, secure a point, and get back and get ready for the Emirates.
don't take this the wrong way. I think if we start your team, I think we lose the game 3-1.
And I wouldn't be mad at it.
If we start with a team that I believe Slot will start with, I think we win 2-1.
Can I be honest with you? I think Slot's going to play the exact same team that played at the weekend.
I don't know if it'll be the exact same team. I wouldn't be surprised if Gomez and Tsimikas came in.
Possibly, but I think he'll still start Trent and Robbo. I think he's going to play the exact same team.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But look, I get where everybody's coming from. I get it. Momentum as well. I do get that. I do get that you don't want to lose the game going in because obviously you just want the feel-good factor. I get it. But I'm sure the players will be smart enough to understand what the assignment is. It's the Arsenal game. So we'll see. Plus, after tonight, I'll see how I feel as well, how well Arsenal do or how well Arsenal look in their game tonight. They're relatively easy opposition tonight that they should dismantle easily. They're at home. If I watch that game tonight and Shakhtar on them a bit and they're looking a little shaky, maybe I'll be like, oh, do you know what? This Arsenal game might not be as difficult as I thought it was going to be. These men aren't really, do you know what I mean? But if they batter Shakhtar tonight and they're going bouncing into the game, I just want us to be ready for that game. I don't want any tired legs. I don't want anything. So
completely agree. Well, people, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We will be back tomorrow night on Big Up, unless anything breaks between now and then, for the live match watch long against RB Leipzig, and then we'll be straight back over here on YouTube for the post-match reaction and player ratings. Drift, anything you want to say to the people before we say goodbye?
Nah, man, big up as always. Hope you're having a happy lunch. If you're watching this on your lunch break, big up yourselves. Hope you're enjoying your lunch. Make sure you guys come and join me tonight as well, guys. I am doing the Champions League focus. I will be watching all the games, but be mainly on the Arsenal Shakhtar game tonight. So if you want to come and join me on Big Up for that one, guys, links in the description. Come over and join us. And you should already be a Big Up member as well, guys. What is going on? The community is communitying over there, but we was expecting more of you guys. So come on, man. Big Up. And remember, you can actually come and watch the games now on Big Up, just like you can on YouTube, without having to sign up. And I assure you, when you get there and you see the joke popping off in the chat, you see the gift ganging, and you understand the way it's going, you're going to want to sign up easy, which is literally email, password, boom, you're in. Guys, it is the easiest sign up you will ever do. But you can just come and watch the games with us and enjoy the fun without even signing up anyway, guys. So make sure you come over and watch me tonight, and then make sure you tune in tomorrow for our big game tomorrow, man. You have nothing to lose. You have absolutely nothing to lose and all to gain. And ask the community members who are already over. The chat is hilarious during the Big Up watch along. It is absolutely
way more
hilarious.
Interactive as well. So
way more interactive.
Indeed. But people, we're going to sign off there. As Drift said, have a fantastic rest of the day wherever you are. Make sure you join Drift tonight for the watch along for the Arsenal game and for Champions League focus. Till we see you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. We're out, people. Take care.
Peace.